G'day, battlers, and today we are jumping in to take a look at a very special Lunar Cup sweep because today we're going to see the TheMegaShuckle sweep with this guy. How's it going, bud? A 4-0 sweep, their first ever ranked tournament in Silph Arena Season 4, their first ranked Lunar Cup, and they were able to get the sweep using this guy. So really cool to see. I'm probably going to say it wrong. I'm going to pronunciate it Pawniard. Probably wrong, so definitely correct me in the comments if I am. But yeah, really interesting Pokemon. I'll let you get into the battle team now. But yeah, really interesting Pokemon. It's got Fury Cut as the fast move, and then Night Slash and X's as the fast move. So it's really fast and spammy. And I believe with its typing, it actually resists 3 out of the 5 typings that are eligible for this cup. It resists Grass, Ghost, and Dark. I think those are the 3 that it does resist. And so it's a really powerful Pokemon, and I think you're going to see in this tournament that it is a very, very spammy Pokemon. It is an expensive Pokemon though. I'm sure that the TheMegaShuckle had to burn a lot of XL candy to get this thing up and running, but it's definitely a fun one that I'm looking forward to seeing. And with the rest of the team as well, with that Mandibuzz, the Heracross, the Frostlass, the Sunny Form Cherrim as that sort of fire damage. That's definitely like one of the most important things that you have on your team, I feel like, and a Alolan Golem as well. So going into the first round, actually up against the current world #1 Bukk, who we have had to shorten his name because, or for whatever reason, whenever I say his full name, YouTube seems to give me a ding. But he's got that Abomasnow, Ariados, Lantern, Obstagoon, Sableye, and Crustle. And yeah, he quickly did all 6 of his ranked tournaments and shot up to the first challenger in the world. So TheMegaShuckle definitely taking on some big competition. So let's get the game started right now. Going into it, and the top and the bottom is cropped off a little bit. That's just how it got here. But we can see that we are up against the Lantern in the lead. Definitely not like an awesome spot, but the Night Slashes are definitely still going to be adding up onto this Lantern as time goes. And you can just see Fury Cut it charging up energy so fast. It's really going to be like by far outpacing that Lantern. So that Lantern already down into the yellow, into the deep yellow, really. So deciding to burn that shield on the Thunderbolt, and I feel like the opponent, actually going to swap into the Heracross to try and get a full farm down. Wow, that's really, really nice identification of what they were able to do there. Get a ton of energy, and in comes this Crustle, which would normally not be like a great matchup, but because it's got so much energy, you saw how much damage that Rock Slide did, and now if TheMegaShuckle wanted to, they could have shielded up and then farmed all the way down, but instead deciding to try and get a bit of farm, but they swap into Obstagoon in the back. So TheMegaShuckle just goes, hey, that is perfectly fine by me. Bring in my Mandibuzz, and I've still got a shield. You can like just see the shields in the top there, but Bukk does still have both of his shields intact. So this actually isn't a great spot for the TheMegaShuckle. I feel like this Obstagoon is probably going to be able to overpower it, especially just because it's just really adding up this slow chip damage. Unless Bukk is letting a lot of these charge moves through. I'm not sure if they're going for some fancy plays here, if they just, maybe they're just trying to flex. They're like, I'm not going to use him to the end, or what's going on. But yeah, I think Bukk unfortunately does have this one. So the TheMegaShuckle definitely had some nice plays in there, but it just didn't quite work out for their favor. So we'll see how they do sort of adjust going into game 2 there. It looks like it is a Smackdown Crustle, because that was a very fast KO on the Mandibuzz there. But going in with the lead again, up against the Sableye, which is a good matchup for Pawniard. Definitely putting out a ton of damage onto this thing. And I know that it wins the 1 shield. I'm not certain about the 0 and the 2, but look how much damage that Night Slash did. And this is getting really low now. I think this is actually, this is definitely a good matchup. And look at that. Again, resisting 3 of those 5 big typing. So able to take that foul play, getting another Night Slash off, and actually taking the Sableye out in the no shield. Obstagoon comes in and takes it out real quick, but we've got Heracross. Heracross is going to be able to tank any charge move that is about to come here, because there was no way it was a gunk shot. And we're actually seeing the swap into Crustle, which is not great for the TheMegaShuckle here, because again, they've got that Mandibuzz in the back. But if they can get this Rock Blaster, okay, not the best, but yeah, it is that rock throw, Smackdown Crustle, which is definitely pretty painful. So Mandibuzz is kind of hoping, has burned that last shield, so I think that Mandibuzz is going to be able to burn the shields here, get one more charge move off is all it's going to need to take Crustle out. And then Obstagoon should hopefully be able to take that out a little bit by committee in the back. Obviously Heracross is still around as well, and even a single counter from Heracross is going to do a lot of damage. So able to take it out there. Here comes Obstagoon. Obstagoon is not going to be able to take Mandibuzz out with a single charge move. Looks like Bukk might be trying to farm up that extra energy so that it can take out the Heracross with a charge move, maybe trying to go for some sort of back-to-back here. but one cross drop not going to be enough. Swapping into the Heracross gets that one counter through, which is huge. Obstagoon having to burn that energy to take Heracross out, and then has the air slash ready to go, able to take out Bukk. Really, really nice identification of the win condition from the TheMegaShuckle there, but still really close. Bukk, I mean, Bukk as the technically #1 in the world, definitely a force to be reckoned with, but such a terrible lead for him here with the Mandibuzz into Ariados. Actually, the Ariados isn't because it's a Snarl Ariados. It's like a Snarl Ariados. It's a Snarl Mandibuzz, so not doing as much damage as an air slash one would be doing. But still, it means that these aerial aces are going to be coming off quick and fast. So Ariados is a pretty interesting Pokemon because it does have Lunge and it has Cross Poison. So you can kind of have this sort of buff, debuff sort of Pokemon. But we see the swap into the Lantern, so the swap into Pawniard comes out as well. We saw Pawniard do pretty well in the lead scenario in that very first battle. Has to burn the shield if they want to keep it around for it though. And because Lantern got a bit of an energy advantage, it could definitely go the other way. I'm not claiming that I know the Pawniard matchups, so I'm learning a little bit alongside you guys at the moment. But I think that he might be able to just get to another Night Slash before a charge move comes through. Really nice there, putting that pressure back onto Bukk as to whether he wants to shield up to get that charge move off, and decides no, wants to get the farm on the Crustle, but gonna have to eat a Night Slash in return, which is a little bit unfortunate. Gets the shield. That's really rough for Bukk there, because now Heracross is gonna be able to come in, gonna be able to burn a shield onto whatever this charge move is, and then should be able to get to a Rock Blast before does Crustle have Rock Bar? The Rock Slide from the Crustle. So able to take the Crustle out there, and Mandibuzz, we actually see the Mandibuzz quick swap in, throw the charge move real fast before that Ariados can get anything off, and then going to be able to get to another one. That is the power of Snarl. Those charge moves just absolute come off so fast, and TheMegaShuckle actually able to take out that first round there. The first game wasn't great. I mean, it was definitely a little bit rough there, but able to come back for it. The second game was definitely pretty close as well. So I mean, against Bukk, who's definitely a really good battler, definitely brought it close to the line there. I don't know if the TheMegaShuckle really had like a great counter to the Lantern. Pawniard was really able to get into the right spot at the right time, kind of able to whittle it down. I'm actually not sure if that Lantern didn't get to the charge move, or if maybe Bukk wanted to get the farm on the Crustle. But either way, was able to take it out 2-1 there, taking out the first round. So we'll jump into round 2 now. Up against, I need to click on this, up against Alan. 8852. I can only guess that's where the name came from. That one, National Geographic flip from 10 years ago. We've got Venusaur, Escavalier, Alolan Muck, Houndoom, Mandibuzz, and Alolan Graveler. So again, there is a lot here that Pawniard can hit. The Venusaur and the Alolan Muck. The Houndoom is not good. It would be nice to get like a charge move off on, but not great. So I'm kind of thinking that they might lean a bit more towards Heracross. Heracross looking like a very powerful Pokemon here, but let's jump into the battles here and take a look up against Alan. So we've got the Escavalier in the lead. Brilliant lead for Heracross, because it will be doing it's only neutral to Escavalier. But we see the swap in to that Alolan Muck and eating a close combat. That is an awful start for Alan, because now, I mean, they've lost Switch Advantage and they've had to bring in a second Pokemon. So that is really, really rough. I guess Mandibuzz was their perfect counter. They didn't want to swap in their hard counter, because then TheMegaShuckle would just be able to swap out and swap something else in. So they tried to keep it around. They tried to call the bait on the Alolan Muck, but it just didn't work out for them. And now Mandibuzz is locked in up against the TheMegaShuckle's Mandibuzz, which is, I mean, it's a slow matchup. It's a long matchup, but it's also a matchup that isn't going to leave either Mandibuzz with a lot of health or energy at the end. So it kind of forces them to just keep expending their energy and stuff back and forth, which is not great for Alan there. So TheMegaShuckle here just kind of happy, because they know there is the Escavalier in the back and Heracross sitting around. I mean, they've even got a full health Alolan Muck. They might... I feel like Alolan Golem, sorry. I'm missing up so many Pokemon names. But I think at this point you could probably just bring in the Alolan Golem, and then as soon as you see the swap into Escavalier, bring the Heracross out, and you can see that Escavalier is doing a lot of damage back to Heracross, but with the shield still hanging around here. Burns the first one there. I think would have been able to counter all the way down there, but decided to go for the charge move just to force that pressure on. Lets Escavalier go, and actually getting the second one onto Mandibuzz, which does force the shield at this point. There's no way you can't burn that. And Alolan Golem is just still hanging out in the back, who is not going to be taken out by 1-2 charge moves from Mandibuzz. Not a chance. And this shield coming up just seals the deal and going to take out the first one in a pretty good fashion. It was a really, really, it was all on that switch, able to take out that Alolan Muck, but going to a pretty bad lead with the Heracross into that Mandibuzz, seeing the Mirror Swap into Mandibuzz this time, and Alolan Graveler coming out. This is definitely putting the TheMegaShuckle in a pretty rough spot. they do have that the Heracross and Alolan Golem in the back. They don't want to get the Heracross onto the Mandibuzz though, but look how much damage is that Alolan Graveler is actually taking from this foul place. It's actually probably going to have to burn a shield here if it wants to secure the matchup. Does not burn the shield. At this point, MegaShuckle could opt to burn a shield here and might just be able to farm down. Oh, okay. Going to play it safe. Fair enough. So either way, going to bring in something, get a little bit of farm here. That one extra counter of farm could mean that he could have got to a Rock Blast on that Mandibuzz, but deciding to keep that for later on for maybe a few less shields. Swaps into the Alolan Golem, and a Escavalier comes out, which is an awful matchup here. So this is looking pretty rough for the MegaShuckle. Deciding to let it go there, which I think kind of seals the deal a little bit, because this Heracross is going to take a lot of damage from that from the Escavalier, and Escavalier's still got a shield. So he's able to farm all the way down. Is this? No, surely not. Gonna burn the shield here. I don't think one Rock Blast is... Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, Heracross is going down here. Actually, he does go for the close combat and gets the shield. So, I mean, yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. It is a 1-1 though, so able to fight back in this game 3. Pawniard coming in, going strong into a pretty rough matchup. It's kind of back and forth, actually. I think it's kind of neutral-ish, but they swap into Alolan Graveler. And Heracross is just sitting there waiting to come out going, sup? And bye. See you later. Thank you for all of the energy. Just had to pay one shield in return. And here comes that Mandibuzz going for the close combat, which is definitely an interesting move. It's definitely like a pretty big, like a pretty heavy hitting move. Like, holy dooly, that does so much damage. And pretty much, I mean, Mandibuzz is going to want to shield that, knowing that it may have some good play in the back. But we do see the Pawniard come in. This shouldn't take it out by any means. Again, it's going to resist foul play, which maybe Alan didn't know there, or maybe they were just going for some sort of bait scenario there. But yeah, this X is not going to do heaps either, because it is neutral, but actually getting the shield. I think Alan may just be unfamiliar with Pawniard, which is definitely one of the strong suits of running these sort of spicy pick Pokemon, is that people don't necessarily know what is going on. If you watched my tournament recap from the other day when I became number 4 in the world, you would actually see that there was some play in there with a Golurk that may show that some people aren't familiar with every Pokemon, which you can use to your advantage. But we have the Mandibuzz up against the Alolan Muck here, and you can just see that he's looking like a really good spot. Unless this Alolan Muck has like a Gunk Shot. Okay, it has a Sludge Wave, so we need to get to another Sludge Wave, but Mandibuzz already at the charge moves here. This is looking pretty good for the MegaShuckle. Not going to quite take it out. That could Snarl down. Was that enough for a Sludge Wave? Oh, he's actually able to get to another Sludge Wave, but Pawniard, oh my gosh, the double swap, but Pawniard has the charging ready to go, has the X's, not going to do, oh my god, it takes it out? Whoa! Okay. I underestimated you, Pawniard. You can do so much more damage than I thought. That was pretty clutch. Pawniard, look, I should probably like restate here. The MegaShuckle definitely going in at a little bit of a disadvantage, I feel, running that Pawniard. So it's really, like, I know they've gone 2-1, 2-1, and that is actually really impressive that they have gone through 2 rounds and are still winning. And it means that we're actually going to be able to go into round 3 here. So we'll go bada bing, bada boom, up against Catchtille, who has Heracross, Houndoom, Obstagoon, Magnezone, Alolan Graveler, and the Umbreon. So they've actually got a fair bit that is going to be weak to the Pawniard, but they've also got a lot that is going to be really dangerous. So I think MegaShuckle does want to use it, which is why they kind of keep bringing it around. So I'm still expecting it to show up at least once in this set of 3. But interestingly, we haven't seen Frostlass yet, so maybe Frostlass is just some bench pressure. Alright, so we are jumping in now with the Pawniard up against the Heracross. Not a good lead at all, so kind of needs to get out of there pretty quick smart. Swaps into the Mandibuzz, and it is that Snarl Mandibuzz, so it's not as... I guess it's not quite swapping into your hard counter, I guess, but in comes the Obstagoon, which is not a great spot for the Mandibuzz. I mean, they're just going to be throwing energy back and forth. They're going to be doing some neutralish damage back and forth, Aerial Ace, Cross Chop, Aerial Ace, Cross Chop, and at the end of the day, generally Obstagoon is going to come out on top here. So even though that Obstagoon is going to get low, it's not going to come out with heaps of energy or health, but it is still probably going to come out unless MegaShuckle does decide to burn those shields to keep it around. But we'll see how it goes here. Actually, you've seen this swap. Oh, that's a nice catch. That's a real nice catch. That Cross Chop going to do absolutely nothing. Already did tons of damage with that 1 or 2 counters onto the Obstagoon. Heracross comes out, but now the MegaShuckle... Actually, no, the MegaShuckle doesn't have any energy advantage because Heracross was out before. So this is actually still not a great spot for the MegaShuckle because Catchtille is essentially going to be able to dictate how this game goes. They actually... Oh, no, a minute. They're going to get to the Rock Blast. Never mind. I'm talking absolute nonsense because of the shields. Going to get this Rock Blast off and take that Heracross out. So in comes Houndoom, though, which is I mean, it's good to know now so that Pawniard doesn't land up against it, but in comes the Obstagoon, Pawniard comes back out and just has to eat all of these counters. And unfortunately, I just don't think that MegaShuckle is going to be able to do much about it. I think Catchtille's, yeah, kind of had that in the back, just had too much health. I mean, I think running 2 Pokemon that were weak to the Houndoom was a little bit rough, so I'm kind of expecting a bit of a change here. We are seeing the Alolan Golem come in now, a little bit of a better counter to that Houndoom. So we are seeing the Mandibuzz up against Obstagoon in the lead though, which is, again, not where it really wants to be. But it's an okay spot, so I'm kind of wondering if we might see, we are seeing this swap out and just Heracross doing absolutely chunks of damage. That Obstagoon does not have much health left at all, and this time, MegaShuckle's Heracross has the energy advantage. So it's going to be completely up to the MegaShuckle how this goes. They just have to match shields with the Catchtille, and they're going to be able to get the Rock Blast off to KO the opposing Heracross. So this Rock Blast go through, they shield. So now MegaShuckle just has to shield the next one, and then they'll be able to get their Rock Blast off back in return. Although it is getting very low. Oh no! Oh, that's really, oh, that's rough. That's really rough, because that would have been like really game dominating at that point. But at this point, had to take the charge move of Mandibuzz, and now taking a charge move from Obstagoon, which is going to be able to tank. At this point, this Aerial Ace is going to take it out. There's no more shield, so it is going to go down here. Kind of depends a little bit on what's in the back. Seeing the hard swap into Alolan Golem, able to Volt Switch down, which is absolutely huge, and it is a Houndoom in the back, able to get the Rock Charge move off. It is that Rock Blast. It doesn't quite take it out, but 1 Volt Switch, 2 Volt Switch. They had the charge move, but they overtapped, but still able to take that one out, which is really, really close. But going into the last one, 1-to-1 here. Seeing the double swap there, and now the MegaShuckle in a pretty nice spot here with the Mandibuzz up against the Heracross. Again, with this Snarl, able to get these charge moves off really quick, which kind of puts more of the shield pressure onto Catchtille. So yeah, throwing another charge move here, going to burn the shield here because a close combat would take it out. I don't think a Rock Blast would have quite, although with the counters it definitely would have gone down. But the Aerial Ace gets that last shield out of a Heracross. At this point, Mandibuzz, not quite able to get to that last Aerial Ace at this point. Get him in the shield, get the Aerial Ace off, and then, actually we saw the catch onto Obstagoon. The Catchtille onto Obstagoon. How did I didn't see that relationship beforehand, but Heracross going to come in here, going to tank this charge move from Obstagoon, going to farm all the way down, and going to have tons of energy to throw onto the no shield Pokemon in the back. This is looking really strong for the MegaShuckle, and it is the Heracross, farms up a little bit of extra energy, goes for the Rock Blast, is going to have almost another Rock Blast in case it is that Houndoom in the back, and it is the Umbreon that is even worse for Catchtille here. This close combat going to do absolutely tons of damage, and at this point just going to do tons of counter damage as well. Got to the Rock Blast that would have taken out, and they get to the charge move, but it does not matter at this point because now, yeah, Alolan Golem full health, able to come in, a few Volt Switches, and this thing will be going down after a brief intermission for this Foul Play to come through. But yeah, able to take it out there, and the MegaShuckle taking out the 3rd round. Again, they've gone 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. But they're getting through with Pawniard, which is really awesome to see. I'm very glad to see it in their first ranked tournament of the season. But we'll swap over the teams here from Catchtille to the final round opponent, James W1002, who's got a pretty interesting team there. So they have Umbreon, Mandibuzz, Zawilus. 3 dark Pokemon. Pawniard loves to see it. Then the other 3, they've got Beedrill, Ferrothorn, Fortress. There is a Sunny Cherrim on the MegaShuckle's team who's got that fire damage, who's going to hit pretty hard. So it's kind of like James has obviously done well in this tournament to get to the finals up against the MegaShuckle. So I'm kind of interested to see how this team sort of works in action, because it really feels like the MegaShuckle is in a pretty strong spot here with the Pawniard. So let's jump into it though. And we've got the Pawniard in the lead up against the Mandibuzz. Again, we've seen this matchup before, and it definitely generally goes in Pawniard's favor. It is the Air/Mandibuzz though, so that's not great. I should probably figure out which of these matchups is better. I'm sure the MegaShuckle would probably tell us as well, but these X's are still going to add up real quick and fast onto that Mandibuzz and just really slowly whittle its health down, I say slowly, but we're already another charge move. Such a crazy fast Pokemon, and yeah, get another X's going through here. Bada bing, bada boom. Mandibuzz just losing health like nothing else is in the room. Gets that shield from the Mandibuzz, and then Mandibuzz shields back. And then going to get to another X-Scissor, and then we're going to see another charge move, and then yada, 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 yada. This matchup goes for a while. At this point, going to be able to X-Scissor down, Air/, not the fastest move. Maybe Snarl would have performed better there. And they bring in the Zawilus, which is also weak to these X-Scissors. I'm kind of like, surely they haven't got Triple Dark up against the team with the Pawniard and the Heracross, I guess, as well. Both not great picks. But brings in the Heracross now, who's just demolishing the Zawilus, and we're still not seeing a swap out. which I guess Ferrothorn and Fortress not... Oh, actually, even Beedrill. Heracross is such a powerful Pokemon as well. It is Triple Dark. Oh my gosh, that is so rough. That is really, really unfortunate for James here. That, yeah, gonna eat it and then slots over the Cherub just for good measure. That is... Wow. That's incredible. I don't think that James is going to bring Triple Dark into Game 2. I have a feeling, but you never know. We'll just wait and see here. And there is the Fortress. Instant clarification. They have not brought in Triple Dark. And not a good matchup for Pawniard either. So going for the Night Slash, maybe trying to see if a boost pops up. Could maybe make the matchup a little bit better. No, the quick swap into the Heracross, catching the charge move, which should still be a Mirror Shot. So not going to do too much damage at all. And then in comes this Mandibuzz, going to be able to get one charge move off before going down, deciding to go for the close combat, which again, about half health, but actually gets the shield this time. Mandibuzz wanting to keep healthy. At this point, Pawniard can come in, and because Mandibuzz has burned the shield, I think that the extra energy that Mandibuzz has got isn't going to counteract the extra shield that might come into play here. So I feel like Pawniard may have this matchup, but we'll just have to wait and see. Cherrim does not want to see that see the Mandibuzz though. The fact that it's Air Slash does mean that the Pawniard is going to burn shields less often, which is probably a good thing here. So another X-Scissor coming through. I'll just have to wait and see what's in the back because we've already seen Fortress. So it has to be something else that this Cherrim is going to do well against. Maybe it's the Ferrothorn. Just have to wait and see here. We're seeing the hard swap in. It is that Fortress coming in. And we're not seeing a swap out, so maybe it is that Ferrothorn in the back. But Fire Weather Ball going off here. Gets that shield. We're going to see a charge move coming through. Is it another Mirror Shot? Another Mirror Shot. That's okay. And, oh, it's Wireless in the back. Oh, but they've got Dazzling Gleam. Oh, no. Oh, that would have won the matchup. If they got that Dazzling Gleam off, which they were like one turn away from getting off, they would have one hit KO'd the Zweilous, and they just would have had to get that Fire Weather Ball off onto the Fortress. That is so unfortunate. Oh, man. But that would have been cool, though. Going to the next game, we've still got Pawniard to stay nice and cool. Down 1. Actually, down 1-0. No, 1-1 at this point for the Triple Dark game in the first game. So we'll see how James goes into these finals with the Pawniard up against the Mandibuzz. Tons of energy stocked up onto this Pawniard already. Throw 1. Farm up more, throw 1. Farm up more, throw 1. And repeat and repeat. Pawniard is such a spammy little Pokemon. These charge moves come off so fast, and especially when you compare it up against something like an Air Slash Mandibuzz, which isn't getting to its charge moves that fast. Pawniard just feels so crazy. Like, I don't know if I mentioned before, but Little Jungle Cup's groupie. This is like the equivalent in a Lunar Cup here. So really, really nice. There's another one coming through, and at this point, not quite able to Fury Cutter all the way down, which is unfortunate. So it has to burn the shield there, and now we'll be able to Fury Cut it down. So it has the shield disadvantage. Fortress coming in. So maybe it's the same team as the last one, and we're expecting a Zweilous in the back, in which case you're going to bring out the Sunny Cherrim here. If Zweilous swaps in, you swap in the Heracross, you're in a pretty good spot. You're able to tank any charge move. I didn't see what that swap was. If it's Zweilous, ooh, it is a Zweilous. So that Fire Weather Ball completely wasted. Pretty unfortunate, but Heracross, you're able to come in, going to farm all the way down. Actually going for the Rock Blast to keep it healthy to maybe get a charge move off onto the Fortress, or still just get that charge move, get the shield. Heracross is able to survive the Dark Pulse and still farm down, even though Zweilous burnt a shield, which is really unfortunate for a James W there, but Cherrim comes in. If this is a Mirror Shot, it's still going to tank it. Earthquake, still able to tank it, going to get this Fire Weather Ball off, and this is going to take out Fortress, and this is going to secure the game for the TheMegaShuckle, able to take out the tournament for their first ever ranked Lunar Cup tournament with the Pawniard as well. The absolute legend. I mean, look at this dude. You did a really good job here, and the TheMegaShuckle definitely did a really good job as well. So really awesome games, and really awesome to see the sort of spice picks doing well in Silph Arena again. And it does feel like in the last sort of year, the meta's condensed a lot, and we've kind of seen very, very meta teams, and spice picks kind of rise up fast, and then people learn them really fast, and they fall off fast, which is somewhat the benefit of these early tournaments as well, that people may not be as familiar with the Pawniards from this video, with the Golurk from my other tournament video. These sort of spicier picks can definitely catch more people off guard if they aren't familiar with it yet, before more people realize that they can do some work in this cup. But Pawniard, definitely a fun little Pokemon, such a spammy dude. So seriously, thanks to the TheMegaShuckle for sending this footage through. It was definitely a lot of fun to take a look at, and was able to rocket up to number 15 in the world as well from this tournament. Maybe even higher. They're just number 15 in the world now. They could have been higher, and then more tournaments have finished since then, but either way, really nice, and also just really fun for everyone to get after these leaderboards. We'll see what happens at the leaderboard at the end of the month, but with that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially the subscribe one. Thank you to my patrons and supporters over on Twitch as well, because they are super duper awesome people. And yeah, if you want to check out my other Lunar Cup videos without Pawniard, you can check over there, either of those 2 videos. And yeah, did a real good job. So if you like Pawniard, then hit that like button and subscribe and stuff. Yeah, sorry.